Recently I got to ride the new Road King Special from Harley-Davidson in their big ride down the East Coast to celebrate 100 years in Australia. Now this particular model's had a completely blacked out engine. They've gotten rid of that big screen on the front. They've changed the styling. They've upgraded the suspension to turn the bike from being more of a tourer into more of a bagger. It's a really, really interesting bike. But if you really like it, you might want to get down to your Harley-Davidson dealer very quickly. There's very few of them around until the 2018 models arrive in a number of months' time. So if you like the look of this bike, get in quick. Moto Morini's back with a new Corsaro, the 1200ZZ, and hopefully back without the electronics problems that plagued the earlier ones. We really rated the Corsaro when they were being brought into Australia a number of years ago, but the company's changed. It's had a list of owners a mile long, and we hope that they can be a bit more successful. However, if you want one, you need to order it from the factory, cough up about 20,000 euros, about $30,000 at the moment, and then you're probably going to have to pay freight to get it here too. So we're not going to see too many in this country, but a very cool looking machine nonetheless. The internet's starting to go crazy with rumours that Ducati is producing a V4 to replace the Panigale at the top of its superbike line. Now, Ducati's had a long history of winning races and winning superbike championships, but all that's dried up in recent years, and maybe a V4 is what's required to get those trophies flowing again. Ducati's been building V4s for its MotoGP bikes and even built a limited run of a production model, the Desma Sedici, about a decade ago. So it's not like they don't have any history in building V4s, they just don't have much history selling them. But we think that could really revitalise the top end of Ducati's superbike line. Get this, Jack Miller's copped a €1,000 fine for pushing over Alvaro Bautista after the Spaniard knocked him off his bike at the Jerez round of the MotoGP Championship. The pair collided at turn 1 on the 6th lap when Bautista came in way too hot and just took out Miller. They both crashed, neither were particularly injured, but Miller was not happy. Jackass, as Miller's also known, was having a great weekend up until there, running around in the top 3, top 4, depending on what practice and qualifying we're talking about. And he was doing very well in the race too, so it's not really surprising that he was cranky when Bautista took him out. Miller went to Bautista's pit to clear the air after the event and probably to lessen the fine, but we don't really know what went on in there. In his Red Bull blog, Jack admitted to doing the wrong thing, but he also had a backhanded shot at Bautista, saying that Bautista's been riding in GP longer than Miller's been riding a road bike. We're starting to feel the chill around here at Cycle Talk. The days are getting shorter, the mornings are getting frostier, and even these studio lights aren't keeping me warm enough. In the May issue of Cycle Talk, you'll find a big winter feature. There's some great ideas there on how to keep warm. To keep your hands warm, one of the most important things you can do, get a set of Oxford hot grips. 5 different heat settings, and they'll work in even the coldest temperatures. If you'd rather just keep the wind away from your hands, a set of Barkbuster BBZ handguards will do the job really nicely. They're about 120 bucks. Team them up with a set of 5 gloves, GT2 WP gloves, which I reviewed in an earlier episode, and you'll have a very good combination to keep you warm in even the coldest weather. If you need a new jacket this year, the Spiddy 4 Seasons is a great jacket for all-round use. It comes with separate thermal and waterproof linings and has CE approved armour in the shoulders and elbows. It looks pretty cool too. If you love your current jacket but you want to make it a bit warmer, what about using Andy Strap's new Helix Icebreaker mid-layer jacket? Mid-layer clothing is really good at regulating your body temperature, and it gives you that option to pull it off and shove it in the backpack if you don't need it. So at $295, this is not a super cheap option, but it is a very versatile one and does a great job of keeping you warm in cool weather. Falco's Ariel boots are just what you need to kick ass and take names in June, July and August. They're waterproof, reinforced, and have D30 ankle cups for protection. Sweet! Join me after the first broadcast of each episode on Facebook Live, 9 p.m. every Tuesday. Just go to the Cycle Talk page. We take comments, suggestions, and the best questions. We try to answer them as best we can, and we give away copies of Eyes Wide Open every week. So join us on Facebook, 9 p.m. every Tuesday.